Alrighty, good morning, maggots. It is a gorgeous day out, and I think this is the first time I've been able to get up. Well, I've been getting up early, but it's the first time I've been able to take a video before noon. It's like 10 a.m. It's just so gorgeous out though. No clouds inside. Oh, actually, there's a big cloud right there. And that's not an issue. Clouds are gorgeous. But the sky is that type of blue that's indescribable and pristine. And everything is so green in contrast. It's just a gorgeous day. It's already 70 degrees out. It's my kind of weather. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about sumo. I'm going to tell you about my favorite wrestlers, pretty much. The people that I've fallen in love with over the course of watching sumo. And again, I really miss it. You know, it's supposed to be going on right now. We would have been like a week in at this point, or maybe Saturday or Sunday would have been a full week. So at that point, 8 days in, some people, if they have a winning streak, no losses, they may have made their kachikoshi, which is 8 wins over 7 losses. And others, maybe they have a losing streak and they've got 7 losses and 0 wins, and their back is against the wall because now they need to win every single day for the rest of the tournament. That's a part of why it's so much fun to watch, because anything can happen pretty much. I've seen it where someone has had their back against the wall and needed to win the rest of the days of the tournament in order to post a winning score, and it's been done. I can't give you a specific example, but I've seen it. I'm sure of it. It's not the first time. So I wanted to open up with this Banzuke that I got Brendan for his birthday or maybe Christmas at one point. It is an animated Banzuke that has all the wrestlers that participated or that had rank in the November tournament of 2018. And I thought this was so cool. So, here's all our boys. I've got to get this framed because this is gorgeous. The texture is like papyrus or something. It's incredible paper. And then the decals of all the sumo wrestlers are great. So this is really unique because it still had 3 Yokozunas on there. Right? It still had Kiseno Sato, which he is right here, top rank, Kiseno Sato. He retired shortly after we started watching sumo. He was a wrestler that was Japanese, and he was promoted too quickly to the rank of Yokozuna. Many have speculated. That's not to say he wasn't a good wrestler or that he didn't deserve a high rank, but I feel he wasn't ready for that sort of pressure, and he crumbled. And as I told you last video, if you post a losing score, or if you're not sure you're going to be able to post a winning score, you basically have to retire. So he could have gone one more tournament. He started out the tournament, I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was the July tournament. I'm not quite sure. But I know that he got 4 losses. And then, starting right off the bat, he got 4 losses. And he didn't feel like he would be able to make that up. He didn't feel like he would be able to finish out the tournament getting more wins than losses. So he retired. Which, when they retire, it's kind of cool to see them outside of their Mawashi belt and in a nice suit with their hair cut short, slicked all back. A lot of the sumo wrestlers, when they retire, lose the weight which people don't believe me when I say that, but a lot of the gyoji, or the judges that watch the tournament and come to a decision, they were former sumo wrestlers, and now they're like these tiny little old men. So it's possible to lose the weight for some. Okay, so that's Kise no Sato. Kise no Sato. I used to say Kise no Santo. Make it like Hispanic sounding. I keep getting distracted. There's like huge bumbles outside the window. Like real big bumbles. I ain't scared. I like bumbles. Okay. And Kakuryu is right here. He is another Yokozuna, and he still is right now. Although he is not the greatest of all time. Like our dude, Hakuho. So when we watched this November tournament, our first sumo tournament to witness, Hakuho was not actually participating in that tournament. He was out due to some injury or something like that, which is, they're allowed to do that. You know, as a sumo wrestler, you can not be a part of a tournament to heal yourself, but then you pretty much have to get back at it pretty quickly, because otherwise you're put up for demotion. Like, and I don't know how it works with Yokozuna, but definitely with Ozeki, which is just below Yokozuna, Tochinoshin. I've got a little keychain Brendan got me for Christmas. This is Tochinoshin. Look at him. He's such a ladies' man. He's so cute. He's my favorite. I'll talk more on him. But anyways, he has had this knee injury for like ever. And there was an interview with him saying it's never going to get better. But when he misses too many tournaments, then he's got to come back. And in order to keep his Ozeki rank, he's got to get 11 wins over 4 losses. Not just the typical Kachikoshi 8 over 7, but specifically 11 over 4. Or maybe it's 10 over 5. Either way, it's more difficult to do. And so he has struggled. And my man Tochi is the kind of man who can just pick up even the heaviest sumo wrestler. Just pick them up by the Mawashi belt and walk them out. He's such a bull, a bear. But with his knee like that, it's so difficult for him to actually pull off what he's good at. So he's been demoted, and now he's at a lower rank right now. Which, you know, if anything, the fact that he's at a lower rank and can earn his way back up is a blessing. I'm happy that he hasn't been a Yokozuna, because then I wouldn't get to see Tochi wrestle if he were to lose and then have to retire. But yeah, also having these tournaments off during COVID, it's going to be hard because they're not going to be able to wrestle with each other as much. All these different wrestlers, but they can do weight training and practice on their own and heal any injuries that they might have had to deal with during this tournament. I think it's sort of a blessing in disguise to be able to relax, so to speak. So anyways, Hakuho. Hakuho is the greatest of all time. He has set probably most of the records in, that's Hakuho, in sumo. And so I'm going to pull up the Wikipedia page, which I'll link you to, so that you can do your research on Hakuho. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about his records, because he is incredible. Hakuho Sho is a Mongolian wrestler, though he renounced his Mongolian citizenship to become Japanese. He waited until his father passed away because he thought his father might be upset that that he applied for his Japanese citizenship. But after his father died, his mom said that his father would not have been upset, knew it was coming, not a big deal. So maybe that was good for Hakuho. His name is Monkbot Dvajargo. And when you look it up, you'll see it's a Mongolian name, hard to pronounce for me. He debuted in March of 2001. So maybe that's why he's the greatest of all time, because he got his start the year that the world was about to shift. 2001. And he made his Makuuchi debut in 2004. So Makuuchi is the top division. So 3 years after starting sumo, he got to Makuuchi division, which sometimes it takes wrestlers a lot longer. He is incredible. He worked really hard to get where he is. Being Mongolian, the Japanese are a little racist. A stable can only have one foreigner per stable, which there are like 20, 15. There are a lot of people in a stable, so having only one foreigner per stable, it makes one really think and decide and like strive for what they want the most out of a stable, if they want to be a part of it, if they're foreign. So 2004, made Makuuchi division. And in May 2007, so 13 years ago, at the age of 22, he became a Yokozuna. So he's the second ever native Mongolian to become Yokozuna, and the fourth ever non-Japanese overall to be promoted to Yokozuna. So that's already unprecedented. Usually it's a Japanese person at the Yokozuna rank. So him being up there. Also Kakuryu, who's the other Yokozuna right now, he's also Mongolian. So that's probably part of it. Though, let's see. I want to see his list of records, because this is the best part. So Hakuho is a dragon, in my opinion. And the way he like breathes, then after he takes down his opponent, basically, he does this like face, and it's very dragon-esque to me. I'm like, you are a dragon, man. Most top division championships, 44. Wow. Most career wins, 1,146. Most top division wins, 1,052. Dang. So like 96 were not in the Makuuchi division, but that being said, it only took him 96 wins to make it to the top division. That's crazy. Most tournaments ranked as Yokozuna, 74. Because longest serving Yokozuna, 12 years and 5 months. Which I think it's a little bit longer now. I think it's like officially 13 years, because it's May, and May 2007 is when he became Yokozuna. So yeah, 13 years, like as of this month, he's been Yokozuna. Which, as I've stated before, if one posts a losing score as a Yokozuna, they have to retire. So having been a Yokozuna and never posting a losing score for 13 years, that's incredible. That's like, just, I can't come up with the words to describe how amazing that is to me. Most wins as Yokozuna, 858. Consecutive wins in the 6 tournaments per year era, 63. Undefeated championships, 15. So not only did he win those championships, but he won all 15 days. I think that's called a Zensho Yusho, where it's undefeated. most consecutive years with a top division championship, 15. So he freaking nails it to the wall. He's incredible, as I've said. That is Hakuho. And now he is a Japanese citizen, though they did a DNA test and they found that he always had some Japanese blood in him, which is pretty funny to me because he had to like renounce his Mongolianship. He had to overcome the racism that extends to anyone who's not Japanese participating in sumo. And he's been like put down and everything, but if you're the greatest of all time, you really are, regardless of how people treat you. If you're the greatest, you are. If you make a goal in soccer, you made that goal, regardless of how the ref may be biased toward a different team. It's cool. So there was another Yokozuna who passed away some years ago in August. His name was Chiano Fuji. He was a small dude, made his way up, tore his shoulder, fell down, came back stronger, won 55 bouts consecutively, became Yokozuna. Amazing. He is someone which I wish I had a picture of so I could show you. I'll put a link to Chiano Fuji. Very inspiring man. And now Enho, who is Japanese, in the same stable as Hakuho, so they get to work together. Enho reminds me of Chiano Fuji because he is a tiny little boy who doesn't like to eat his chanko, which is the stew that the stables make to gain weight. Doesn't like chanko, likes milk and cereal and things like that, but he's working so hard to become someone who is a worthy opponent, I suppose. And I think he's doing well. He does some really cool maneuvers. Since he is small, he's able to get out of the way. Because not only is he physically small, but he's short too. So it makes him seem like it would be easy to just toss him out. But he is able to hold on. And when a wrestler tries to slap him down, he has so much flexibility and strength in his back that he, like, his head almost touches the ground and then he, like, launches back up. So he's not easily defeated. Anyways, so, and then there's also Ishiura, who's in the same stable as Hakuho and Enho. He's also, like, a gym rat, small man, working hard as well. And both Ishiura and Enho somewhat recently made it to Makuuchi division, and they've been working on it. I wish I could see Hakuho fight again. He wanted to be fighting during the Olympics, so he's going to have to hold on until next year, 2021, and be the top Yokozuna during the 2021 Olympics, since everything's postponed. I think he can do it, but I think he was excited to retire at his, like, anniversary of